we know this is likely going to happen soon. You know, Pope John Paul II did have a knack for capturing the world's attention. He was essentially the first rock star in the papacy. So to many Vatican watchers, it is no surprise that he is fast-tracked for sainthood. At his funeral, thousands chanted Santo Subito, sainthood now, a tribute to John Paul II, maybe the most popular pope in the modern history of the Catholic Church. It's now 8 years later, and it's about as close to sainthood now as you can get.
For an institution that typically thinks in centuries, this is remarkably quick.
CNN Vatican analyst John Allen says, according to Vatican insiders who spoke unofficially, a second miracle has been performed by John Paul posthumously, a miracle that will likely make him a saint.
In this case, the Vatican is saying that there is a report of a miraculous healing of a woman in Costa Rica.
Allen says, according to the reports, the woman recovered from a severe brain injury. Church protocol says it takes 2 miracles performed after death to make someone a saint. John Paul's first, curing a nun who reportedly had Parkinson's, led to his beatification, the final step before sainthood. If a second miracle then happens,
and a team of doctors first examine the miracle, and then secondly, the team of theologians look at the miracles, and then they discuss amongst themselves the legitimacy and all the facts surrounding the miracles.
John Allen says that's already happened. Then a body of cardinals has to approve sainthood. And finally, the Pope signs off on it. The record for the fastest canonization in modern times? Jose Maria Escriva, founder of the conservative order of Opus Dei, made a saint 27 years after his death. John Paul could shatter that. But there are critics who say not so fast on canonization. They say despite being so beloved, John Paul II didn't live up to expectations at a crucial moment in the Church's history, a moment of shame that Church leadership is still dealing with. A crippling sex abuse scandal involving thousands of victims, with several Church leaders accused of cover-ups.
The rap against John Paul in terms of the sex abuse scandals is basically that this stuff metastasized during his papacy, and he didn't respond adequately to it.
I put that to the Archbishop of Washington, Cardinal Donald Wuerl. What do you say to those critics?
His ministry was so clearly a ministry of concern for everyone. Now, when you're presiding over a worldwide church with over 1 billion members, surely there are going to be things that happen over which you don't have a lot of control, or maybe no control.
Cardinal Wuerl and others say the measure of a saint is not the list of accomplishments versus setbacks, but actually how holy the person was. John Allen says at this point it is very likely that Pope Francis will approve the sainthood of John Paul II.